Hi, everybody. Are you wondering how I was able to get all this today for free? Well, let me tell you, totally unexpected. I know about different free groceries and opportunities that are out there for people in the community to get things. And I know that there's lots of organizations and groups that do urban farming and gardening, and then they want to share part of their produce. But honestly, I forgot that there was this deal going on today nearby where I was over at the Swedish Institute. And it was from a group called Sisters Camelot, who has their own urban farming area. And they have like two big school buses. They usually farm and they'll harvest their food and stuff, and then they'll prepare meals and they would give them out. And this is not since the pandemic or since the riots last year. They've been doing this for years. They usually would do it and drive the big bus down by the library or wherever and just give out free food, no charge, not looking for anything in return. But today it was just like amazing. Someone said, they're going to be like right next door at Swedish Institute. And I said, oh, I kind of sort of forgot about that. And so my friend said, hey, want to go check it out? I said, sure. They usually have pretty decent stuff, but I didn't expect them to have a big, like, moving truck full of stuff. Usually they have their smaller, their school buses, which is still more like a Greyhound bus type size. But they had so much food that even though the line was really long and went one way and then wrapped around the corner and went down the street the other way, they still had massive amounts of food. And I went towards the end. And they said, what would you like? Would you like some greens? Sure, I'd love some greens. How many bunches of greens do you want? Oh, I'll take one. You sure you don't want two? Sure, I'll take two. You sure you don't want three? Lots of greens, lots of tomatoes, which look pretty much like they came from the garden. Green beans, really uber duper super fresh strawberries. They had blueberries, they had raspberries, they had apples, which probably came from somewhere else because I don't think they have apple trees over there, but I'm not sure. I don't think they do. Sugar snap peas. They even gave me, dang, coconut chips. Never heard of that? I'm gonna give it a try. Looks like something healthy that it can be a fun treat to have too. And they gave bread and the usual food shelfie type stuff. No meat, all vegetables, and I got some rice milk, which is awesome because I do like the rice milk. And I was just like overwhelmed. I said, well, I can't take all of this because I can't carry it all. Oh, we'll help you carry it to your car, which I did not drive a car. Um, so I ended up getting a ride home. But it's awesome to get so much stuff, the potatoes and just everything. And it's awesome because with the kale, I will definitely be dehydrating that and putting it up for other days. And probably with some of the tomatoes because they gave me two of these nice little containers of tomatoes. Um, Got egg noodles and things like that. Um, so I will probably do as I like to do anyway at this time of the year and store things up for times of emergency. And I will share with my neighbor. Because my neighbor downstairs usually says, hey, I've got potatoes or milk or onions or blueberries or whatever. And it's like, would you like a couple of containers of this or some eggs or some this or some that? Sure. So we do share back and forth, which is cool. It's good to be neighborly. And if you have an overabundance like this, which is really awesome, I mean, this is a huge savings on a grocery bill. Huge savings. And like I said, it's good to be like the ant that stores up and prepares for the bad weather and or for whatever situations may come up in the future. And I was planning on stopping by the store anyway, and I was thinking, how much can I really afford to spend today? Well, situation has been worked out where a way has been made for me. And after I got all this stuff and I sat down and caught my breath and tried to figure out, geez, how am I going to get all this stuff home? Then my phone pinged and it was my church. Which my church is in a different city, but we have a free grocery store, which I mentioned before, City of Reconciliation. And I opened up to see what the message was, and it was a live event. And there was my pastor. We've got all this free food. Please come get this free food. This food is great. And it's like, wow. There are good people out there doing good things for the community. If someone has a need for food, this is not a time to act like you're ashamed. Go for it. It's there. And I know I just did a video the other day about a recall on that packaged chicken for the Florida food shelves. I think it was from Farmers to Families. What I think that's what it was called um, for the packaged chicken. But circumstances happen sometimes with the meat products, which is why I do food news a lot on my channel. Um, but to get all this nice produce and to be able to share it with my neighbors, this is awesome. So, I mean, and it's not like I'm going to sit here and devour all of this kale or whatever, even though I probably will do some dehydrating on a couple of bunches of kale. But it's nice to see that people are sharing and giving, and it's nice to know that I can share with my neighbor across the hall. I can share with my neighbors that live up under me. It's nice to be able to do good things and not just hold all the goodness and the blessings for yourself, but to share with others. Give and it shall be given. Good measure. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over shall men give into your bosom. So if you have an opportunity to give, or if you have an opportunity where there's like some free food deal, just like this just kind of happened today, and maybe you don't need it yourself, but maybe, do you have a neighbor next door or down the street from you or someone that lives up under you or someone that you know that's not able to get out to the grocery store that maybe could use some produce? It's an opportunity to get some food for them and then just go knock on their door and share with them. I think this is awesome. I was supposed to be doing a video on steaks, but I will postpone that video to a later date. Right now, I'm going to go do some door knocking and some food sharing. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon.